What's up, everybody? Here are your daily fantasy baseball matchups for August 22nd, 2020. First game up, Diamondbacks at Giants. Zach Gallen versus Tyler Anderson. Anderson, the lefty, versus Nick Ahmed, has given up 2 home runs. I like Ahmed today for the value in that Diamondbacks lineup. You could also pick up Marte, Escobar, Walker, but I think Nick Ahmed with the 2 walks to 2 strikeouts and the way cheaper price than Ketel Marte is the best pick for reliable, consistent production today. Zach Gallen going against the San Francisco Giants. I would normally suggest him, but the Giants have been kind of a wild card like the Orioles. I suggested Corbin yesterday versus the Orioles. The Orioles put up 3 runs against him. 3 runs isn't crazy, but that's not exactly what you're looking for in a daily fantasy baseball contest. You're looking for a guy to go out there, give up 1 or 2 runs and strike out 10. Giants aren't really a strikeout heavy team either. That's also another thing. They got a lot of contact on that team. So Gallen isn't the normal buy he's been this whole season. I'm a little suspicious of Gallen today. He probably will throw a great start, but this Giants lineup is not the pushover we thought they were going to be. Next game up is Texas Rangers at Seattle Mariners. Jordan Lyles, the righty, versus the lefty Justice Sheffield. Austin Nola with 1 homer versus Lyles, the only Mariner with the homer versus him. Definitely target Nola today. And for this Rangers lineup, really no data available. Next game up, Rockies at Dodgers. The lefty Kyle Freeland going against the righty Dustin May. Both these guys are interesting pitchers today, May more so than Freeland, but Freeland is also going for $1,500 less. 2 home runs to A.J. Pollock and 1 to Chris Taylor for Kyle Freeland. Definitely target Pollock and Taylor today. Corey Seager, Bellinger, and Peterson are at the top. I wouldn't really suggest Bellinger and Seager. The price is too steep. But Jack Peterson, A.J. Pollock, and Chris Taylor are your cheaper options today for that Dodgers lineup, even though I doubt Peterson even gets to start versus the lefty. I'm surprised he even has 5 plate appearances versus Kyle Freeland, who Peterson usually never starts against lefties. Dustin May versus this Rockies lineup, really no data to talk about. 1 at bat per these 3 guys, but I like May a lot. He's not in Colorado, he's in LA, so take May today. Next game up, Cincinnati Reds at St. Louis Cardinals. The lefty Wade Miley versus the lefty Kwang Hyun Kim. I like Miley today. The Cardinals, limited plate appearances, but they haven't been too good against lefties. 1 home run for Yadier Molina and Dexter Fowler versus Wade Miley. The guys I like the best here are probably Paul Goldschmidt, and I don't think Paul DeJong's back, but if Paul DeJong is back, I like Paul DeJong a lot for that pop. Tommy Edman, not enough pop to really suggest him, but take Carpenter and put Molina in your catcher hole. But this St. Louis Cardinals team against lefties has been 36% worse, 36% worse than league average. That's only in 76 plate appearances. So I shouldn't jump the gun with suggesting Wade Miley too much. I can't suggest you Kwang Hyun Kim, not really enough data, and he's barely made any major league starts. Next game up, Chicago White Sox at Chicago Cubs. I think the White Sox took this one yesterday, 11-1, 10-1. Lester did get rocked. No home runs for for any of these Cubs batters or for Ronaldo Lopez. At the top, only 3 plate appearances. We have Alomar, Hayward, and Rizzo. Can't really make any too easy suggestions today for this Cubs lineup. Not a lot of data. But Kyle Hendricks versus this White Sox lineup. I don't think the White Sox have been particularly bad against righties. They've been actually league average. And I know Kyle Hendricks doesn't have swing and miss stuff, which is what this White Sox lineup tends to do, a lot of swing and miss. But I think this lineup being a little impatient and being a little swing out of their shoes, I think Kyle Hendricks will be able to utilize that to his advantage. He's a very smart pitcher who throws at the corners, and I think he should be able to effectively carve up this White Sox lineup today. 1 home run given up to Eloy Jimenez, and that's it, but not a lot of at-bats. If you want to take guys in this White Sox lineup, please do so. Jose Abreu, Nicky Delmonico, if he's getting the start, and Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson's going for a pretty expensive price. I don't think you should pay that price for Tim Anderson today. I think comparing that to some of the Dodgers players, that's just not good value today. Next game up, Boston Red Sox at Baltimore Orioles. The lefty Martin Perez versus the righty Alex Cobb. Perez has given up 1 home run to Hanser Alberto and 2 to Ronaldo Nunez. Alex Cobb has given up 1 to JD Martinez, 1 to Kevin Pillar, and 2 to Mitch Moreland. Take a look at Mitch Moreland today. Kevin Pillar, JD Martinez again too expensive. Vasquez too expensive. Kevin Pilecki hopefully gets the start over Vasquez today for $1,400 cheaper. Can't suggest any of these starting pitchers today. Not really any high-end options, and Both these offenses have been kind of hard to pin down. Red Sox have been getting hot lately. So take a look at Hanser Alberto, Renato Nunez in that Orioles lineup, but not too much to draw from this game. Next game up, Detroit Tigers at Cleveland Indians. The lefty Matthew Boyd versus Triston McKenzie. Boyd has given up 2 homers to Luplow, 2 to Lindor, 2 to Ramirez, 1 to Naquin, and 1 to Santana. I guess you're getting a Roberto Perez today in your catcher position, though. Can't really suggest Francisco Lindor and Jose Ramirez. Their prices are so steep. That's not really a play right there. There's no clear play in this Indians lineup. I want to give you guys plays like Nick Ahmed. That's a play. Philadelphia Phillies at Atlanta Braves. Zach Wheeler going for $10,000. I don't really like Wheeler today versus Braves lineup. Braves have hit righties better than anyone that's versing righties has today. So I don't like Wheeler out today. He probably will throw a great start because he's a great pitcher. 1 home run to Tyler Flowers, 2 to Freddie Freeman, 1 to Matt Adams at the top. No one else has a home run. Definitely put Freeman in there if you can. But again, going against a guy like Zach Wheeler, I don't think you're really inclined to do that. Why put Freeman in there if he's going against an ace pitcher? You're better off putting another first baseman in there who's probably going for $1,000 less and is versing a scrub pitcher. We'll get into some of those later. Robbie Erlin, the lefty, going against this Phillies lineup. 1 home run to JT Realmuto, 1 to Didi, and 1 to Jean Segura. I like Segura or Didi. Realmuto, again, very expensive. I would suggest him every time if I could. Same with Harper. It's like these guys are just getting more expensive every day. So take a look at Didi and Jean Segura. None of these pitchers are particularly good values today. The Phillies, let's see how the Phillies have been against lefties this year. Phillies, man. Oh, nope. Phillies have been great against lefties. You're definitely not picking up this scrub pitcher going against lefties. Definitely target these Philly hitters more so now that you've seen that, knowing they will hit this scrub lefty guy. Sorry, I shouldn't call Robbie Erlin a scrub. But, low-end option guy, lefty. The Phillies have been hitting lefties pretty good. Harper hits lefties pretty good, I think. Next game up, Washington Nationals at Miami Marlins. Eric Fedde versus Vacant. Not a lot of data to talk about here. Going to skip over this one. I like Jorge Alfaro. I don't think he's back yet, though. So I think this is the second game of a doubleheader, but I'm not positive about that. Minnesota Twins at Kansas City Royals. Randy Dobnak versus Brady Singer. Both these guys are actually kind of interesting options. Dobnak, too, is an interesting option. I'm not crazy about these guys, but these are the kind of guys that can go out and throw a good start. These aren't the Robbie Erlins who have a hard time throwing a good start. These guys are more like a Danny Duffy or a Jake Junis. Maybe pitching at Kansas City does help that. That's a big ballpark. These guys can give you good starts, and they're not the most expensive prices. Then again, I wouldn't really want to start Brady Singer versus that Twins offense. Max Kepler with the 1 home run. Definitely take a look at him today. Also take a look at Luis Arias when he comes back. I think he might be in the IL or probable, but he was off to a pretty hot start. For this Royals lineup, 1 home run for Alex Gordon, 1 for Hunter Dozier. Take a look at Dozier, but this Royals lineup, as you've probably noticed, doesn't really have a lot of guaranteed pop in it outside of Jorge Soler. Next game up, Toronto Blue Jays at Tampa Bay Rays. The lefty, Hyun-Jin Ryu, versus the righty, Aaron Sluggers. 1 home run for Yoshi Tsutsaki against Hyun-Jin Ryu, and no one else on this Tampa Bay lineup. I like Willy Adames here, Mike Brossia, and Jose Martinez. No data to talk about for Aaron Sluggers versus that Blue Jays lineup. Next game up, Los Angeles Angels at Oakland Athletics. Griffin Canning, the righty, going against the righty, Chris Bassett. Canning has given up 2 homers to Laureano, 1 to Canna, 2 to Olson, 1 to Grossman, 1 to Simeon, and 1 to Piscotty. The best values here are Mark Canna and Robbie Grossman for this Athletics lineup. By all means, take Roman Laureano or Matt Olson, but you're paying a steep price for them, and you will have to pay for that elsewhere. So instead, target Robbie Grossman and Mark Canna. Chris Bassett versus Angels lineup has given up a homer apiece to Rendon, Pujols, and Trout. No surprise there. Take a look at Rendon. He's been really hot. He's probably worth having in your lineup today. Shout out to Fletcher last night for a crazy hit he had, hitting a pitch about a foot or two up in the zone. Never seen anyone hit a ball like that. I think he hit it for a double. Crazy hit. Try to check that out if you can. Next game up, Miami Marlins at Washington Nationals. First game of the doubleheader. You got the ace Max Scherzer on the mound. He's definitely going to be a big play today. 1 home run given up to Corey Dickerson, Miguel Rojas, 2 to Matt Joyce. I like Dickerson and Rojas the most because they're the cheapest at the top. Rojas also seems like he's hot right now. Dickerson has always had good bat-to-ball skills. I always like Dickerson. Both of Dickersons, Alex and Corey, seem to be pretty good average hitters when they're good, but never really get the pop and on base going. Jesus Aguilar is a good play too with the power, but more expensive than the other guys, and I think Scherzer might be able to throw that fastball by him. He's probably more of a swing and miss guy than Dickerson and Rojas are. Can't make any recommendation about Castano against this Nationals lineup. Nationals have hit lefties good, so take a look at guys like Asdrubal Cabrera. Next game up, Milwaukee Brewers at Pittsburgh Pirates. Josh Lindblom versus Derek Holland. Righty versus lefty, similar prices. Not a lot of data to talk about for Lindblom. Reynolds had a good game yesterday. Look at him. Cole Tucker too, and Colin Brand. But I don't think those are any guaranteed guy. I would say Reynolds, if any of them, pick up Reynolds because he's hot and he hit a homer yesterday. Derek Holland, the lefty, versus Brewers lineup has given up a homer to Ryan Braun and Keston Hiura. Definitely take Ryan Braun going against the lefty today. He's seen Holland 11 times, so he knows what he's getting into. 3 walks to 3 strikeouts. Also take a look at Luis Urias, who's been getting some hits going. I mentioned him maybe a week ago, but he's going for 2,800, and he's been having some three hit games, a couple 3-hit games and stuff. So he should be able to get you 10 points for a really cheap price. And that's it for the games today, guys. I'll show you the matchup data one more time. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Colorado, Kansas City are your bottom offenses versus righties today. Cleveland, St. Louis, Texas, and Arizona are your bottom offenses versus lefties today, and also throw in Los Angeles Dodgers in that. Cleveland, St. Louis, Texas, Arizona, Dodgers, they are not going to score as many runs as they normally do. And here are the pitchers that I like today. Dustin May, Kyle Hendricks are my aces of the day. I don't have Max Scherzer there. And my budget pitchers are Kyle Freeland and Wade Miley. Good luck, guys, and have a good one.